Earlier this year, I had the honor to speak at the Senior Seminar Series by Rachel Quittner and Nancy Newquist Nolan. The topic was decluttering for a New Year's resolution.
I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you all today, and I can't believe what a huge group it is. We'll have time at the end for questions, and look, you have a harem today. Well, Brian, yeah, that's true. Brian has a harem too. You guys can compare notes afterwards. So we'll have time at the end. If you have a screen burning question, please let me know. And if you want to talk, I hope you do, tell me what you came for today. Let me know. What did you all come for today? Photos and chaos. Okay, the photos and the chaos. Okay, well, we're going to touch on all of that today, and I only have 40 minutes. Otherwise, I could talk for weeks about decluttering, and because there's so many different kinds of decluttering projects that we can do. I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you all today, and I can't believe what a huge group it is. We'll have time at the end for questions. And look, you have a harem today. Enough about them. Let's talk about me, okay? Here I am. So I am a certified senior move manager with the National Association of Senior and Specialty Move Manager. And that may not sound like a lot or anything important. Please don't glaze over. But listen to me. It's really important. You cannot just join the National Association of Senior and Specialty Move Managers. You have to be in business a certain number of years, and you have to have a certain number of clients, and you have to take continuing education. And we have a conference every year, believe it or not. There's a lot of things to talk about, not just how to pack your china. And we have a conference every year somewhere in the United States. And it's an amazing aha moment weekend of amazing things. But probably the most important thing that we have for the National Association is we have this code of ethics, which defines the client relationship. And I have copies of this if you would like to see it. I am the only one here in town that is a certified senior move manager. And the reason why is because we have a moral compass with this code of ethics. I am never going to come into your home and organize you or help you move and think about, I wonder what I could get for that item. I wonder what I could sell for that item. I'm never going to make money off of your things. I'm going to solve your problem. We're going to get you your items sold or donated, whatever the most important way to process your items. We're going to get it done. And we're going to get it done with fun. We have a great time. So let me know if you want a copy of that at the end of this. But I'm a downsizing specialist, and with downsizing comes professional organizing. And we love it because it's problem-solving strategy. That's so much fun. When there's a lot of decisions to be made, that's kind of where we shine. And helping people, especially seniors. We love seniors. I'm almost a senior. I just turned 60. So I'm almost a senior. It's coming right up. And I don't want to waste any more time with that. So we'll go on to this. No discussion of organizing would be complete without talking about storage. And you don't have to raise your hand if you don't want to admit it, but if this resonates with any of you, it is funny, but if any of you have storage units that you would like to process and stop paying for every month, let me know at the end of this or give me a call. We can help you with this. And it's really true that storage does not improve the value of your things. And it can be very tempting when you're talking about organizing or downsizing to put everything in storage. How fun. It can be really tempting because you want to deal with it later. But later doesn't come. And your credit card just gets charged every month. And I will not, but could tell you stories that could curl your hair about how much money some of my clients have spent on storage, only to have me haul it away to the dump. So that's that. really bad. So, and also, think about your children. Think about your children. They don't want to process your delayed decisions. It's a gift to give your children to process your delayed decisions now. And that's probably my favorite reason to declutter, but also there's many other reasons. But decluttering, as we know, it's been proven. Studies have shown there have been lots of studies. We've probably read about them. I mean, it is January. We're probably reading about them right now. I saw an article on Fox News about decluttering. There's just so much. And on CNN, actually, with a different gal. But there's just so much studies that show that decluttering improves your mental health because you know where your glasses are. They're on your head. Yeah. It also improves your ability to find things and will save you money because so often we can't find the thing we're looking for, so we go out and buy it again. So, but this garage could be so many of my clients' garages. And it's a really big garage, actually. And there's a lot of space to work. And I'm sure that this client parks her car in the driveway and passes through her garage to her break room every day and sees the clutter and it like hits her over the head. And she beats herself up. And so why do you want to do that? She says, every day, oh, I got to deal with that. Oh, maybe multiple times a day. Oh, I got to deal with that. Well, that's not good. That's like looking in the mirror and saying, oh, you look fat. Because we don't say that anymore. We say we look good, right? You look good. And it's just not healthy to do that. So we could help you clear, if this is your garage or something similar, we can help you clear all this space. Then you can go outside and work on a project. Maybe do some craft work or do some construction or take your screwdriver out and screw some screws in a piece of wood or something. I don't do construction. Anyway, you can park your car in the garage and then it won't be dirty. That's even better. And does anybody know how to start decluttering? Everyone looks blank. You do? You do know how? Okay.
You make signs and piles.
Yes, exactly. So we would love to suggest that you think about your areas of pain in your house. What hits you over the head when you pass by? What is your area of pain? And set some clear goals. Maybe take out that yellow pad and write it down. And then tape it to your refrigerator. I am not a huge fan of things on refrigerators, but this is a project in motion. So tape it to your refrigerator or someplace you're gonna see it and set those clear goals. And then start small, preferably in an area that doesn't have a lot of sentimentality. Preferably in an area that you could easily process because the momentum starts and then it just builds and it builds. And one of my favorite places to start is the silverware drawer because there's twist ties in there and bread ties and maybe some mismatched chopsticks in there and, you know, maybe your silverware drawer, the forks are with the spoons or something, and we can declutter that. And that's not really emotional. And then you can work on the next thing, which might be the junk drawer. And that is a place where a lot of things get put randomly. Like I just found some 5-year-old zoo coupons. 5-year-old zoo coupons, which I don't think they're still good. So I don't think, so they're gone. Things like that. And then we're gonna talk about sentimental items a little bit later, but I just wanna put the bug in your ear. Sentimental items are probably the biggest obstacle to decluttering and the hardest things to let go of, and also can cause the most fatigue when you're thinking about making decisions. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But my husband has this organize as you go philosophy, and it's called the touch it once philosophy, and it works really well for certain things like mail. When you go to your mailbox and pick up your mail, don't put it down. Put it away. Process it. Go to the recycle bin. Get rid of all the junk mail right away. Process it. Read your personal mail. Read it, absorb it, process You don't have to save a personal letter or a birthday card for very long if you don't intend to read it again. I have so many clients with boxes and boxes of Christmas cards from 50 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago or last week, and they're just taking up room. And you still have that. You don't have to have it. It's there. It's an open space for you to just process it. Pay your bill, put a stamp on it, get it ready to go back into the mail. Don't put it down, put it away, touch it once. It's a great philosophy to open up the space in your house and not have a lot of things that are just like tapping you on the shoulder. Hey, you gotta do this. Hey, you gotta do it. And really, it's a lot to maintain our homes. It's a lot. It takes a long time to just even do the dishes, put things away. It does take a long time, but it feels so good. I mean, we all know it feels so good when your counters are pretty clear. Maybe there's a bouquet of flowers on the table and the air feels airy and sunny. We all know that. Feels great. Okay, who feels a little bit stuck by now? Anybody feeling a little glazed over like this guy? Many of my clients tell me that after we've had this talk, but Karen, but how do I know? Where do we start? What do we do? And that's where we come in. We provide the clarity that our clients need. Often, maybe just one visit. We come in, we'll make a plan, we'll organize with our clients, and then, after 2 or 3 hours, we got this. And the momentum happens. And maybe we'll give a couple homework assignments and call me and say, I did it. I got the bathroom drawers cleared out. I got under the sink, I got under my sink. I got under my sink. I mean, how many? I've got a lot of stuff under my sink. Anyway, let us, or another professional organizer will come and help you with that. And you don't have to feel like this guy anymore, although he is one of my favorite guys. There's a lot of great smart decluttering strategies, and I have quite a few of them here. I have the 3-foot rule, which you can ask me for. I'm happy to give you these handouts. But one of my favorites is between my 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I like to take 5 minutes on my phone and just go through my kitchen. Maybe I empty the dishwasher. Maybe I organize one of the shelves in my pantry. Just spend 5 minutes. And it not speed-wise, but just get something quantifiable done. It feels so good. It's a great way to start your day, to get something quantifiable done. And don't beat yourself up over it. Just try to do 1 or 2 things in the morning and 1 or 2 things in the evening. And right now, in Home Goods and Target and probably the Container Store always, they have really fun organizing bins. And it's fun to get motivated by, oh, I'm gonna use these really cute organizing bins and everything's gonna match. So maybe you feel like you wanna go over there and buy something. I don't usually tell people that they should, but it's kind of fun and it does motivate you. And you can use all sorts of different storage solutions. And we can help you choose them too, the really effective one. But you may want to consider having a decluttering partner. Maybe somebody local who comes over and helps you, maybe one of your friends, maybe from church or wherever it is that you have your friends and you talk to them. Or I like to declutter with my sister, and her name is Nancy because all nice people are named Nancy. And my sister, this is not my sister. My sister lives in Chicago, and I'll call her and we talk in the morning, maybe like once a week. And we talk a lot, but we talk once a week about decluttering. And while we're chatting about all the silliness in our family, because there's a lot, we are decluttering our junk drawer or the pantry or the linen closet. And we're laughing about the silly things that we found in there. And it's a really nice way to bond with my sister. And many people tell me that they have a really hard time imagining that they're going to be able to maintain their newly organized space. They fear it. And it really comes down to making it, please don't get mad at me when I say this, make it your religion initially, while you're developing your habits, to make it your religion. And how to do that is you can stack your habits. And do you know that you're already doing habit stacking? When you wake up in the morning, I bet you brush your teeth right away and take your medicine. Not you. Okay, well, whatever you do in the morning, I'm sure you do it religiously. So you make it your religion. And then you could even add another habit to that stack. You don't even think about the teeth brushing. Is that for you? Except for, you don't really think about it, but you do it, and then you take your medicine, and then maybe you go and get a cup of coffee. Well, at that point, empty your dishwasher right away, because if it's clean, I mean, obviously don't empty it, but if it's clean, empty it, because if we leave the dishes in the dishwasher, then we can't put dishes in there, and then dishes stack up in the sink. And then eventually the dishes in the sink, there's too many, they start stacking up on the counter. So make it your religion. Stack that habit to clear that dishwasher or whatever the thing is that you could do in the morning between a cup of coffee or orange juice. And think about that. And then we also would recommend some mindful consumption. Maybe you have 5 sets of china or more, and they're beautiful. And regular dishes, and you never use your china. Pull it out. There's no time like the present, and there's no china police that are going to come and arrest you for using your good china for your everyday dishes. There is no time like the present. What are you waiting for? Use your china. Or maybe you have 13 or 26 wine bottle openers and you don't even drink anymore. Well, somebody else could use those. So let's pull those out and put them in the donate pile. And mindful consumption usually happens a lot when we know where our things are. So we don't have to go out and buy them again when we need them. So keep one of those wine bottle openers because somebody will need it one day. And then at the end of the day, wouldn't it be fun right before you're gonna turn in, you're starting to get tired, you just do a quick sweep and you know that you're ready for the next day then. You really know it, and you can go to sleep feeling relaxed because you know you're ready. When you wake up in the morning, the kitchen is gonna be cleared, the dishes are gonna be running in the dishwasher. I'm kind of big on the dishwasher. The laundry will be put away. I like clean dishes. Anyway, and now let's talk about the sentimental attachments. So many people, honestly, the biggest thing that keeps people from decluttering are the sentimental attachments. I really think that's true. People tell me. And for many people, you think of a sentimental attachment as maybe a happy moment, but for so many people, the unsaid sentimental attachments might bring up some sadness or grief. And you feel the need to hold on to it because it does bring in that emotion. And maybe that's your penance for whatever the thing is that gives you the sadness or grief. And I'm not gonna make you tell me right now, but one day maybe you all want to. I'm happy to do it. I think that part of our job is to be a good friend and a good listener. But just because you have a sentimental attachment, whether it's happy, sad, grief, anything about it, does not mean that that item needs to stay in your life. Your feelings of that item are still here. And you still have those feelings, and they're really valid. And we don't want to make you think that you have to have the thing. It's just a thing. We don't want to make you think you have to have the thing in order to have those feelings. Let's let them go. Let's acknowledge them and let them go. And you may find that easier. You may not, but you may find that easier. And sometimes sentimental attachments do cause decision fatigue, and you just are exhausted, not able to make one more decision. So that's why we ask you not to start with sentimental areas of your house. That's a sure way to not ever do it. But we can help you. We can help you talk through it. And maybe sometimes people say, oh, well, what if I miss those 26 wine bottle openers? Well, I'm willing to bet you're not going to miss them, but I'm willing to bet you can find them really inexpensively within 20 minutes of your house or on Amazon. You're going to find it on Amazon. So, and they'll be there tomorrow. And, you know, the physical limitations, we all have our limitations. You don't want to be bending over on the, picking things up on the floor. You know, things are heavy. It'd just be better not to do that. Ask for help. Ask for help. We're here to help you. And our clients do not want to organize themselves into a vanilla hotel room. We just don't. Your stories, your souvenirs of your life are what makes your home a home. And they're important and they matter. But maybe not all of them. Maybe just a few. And maybe there's some very important souvenirs. We could corral maybe some photos and make a shadow box for you. And that can sit on the wall and it won't clutter the counters. It won't be in a pile. It'll be something that you can look at and feel really good about. We've done that for many of our clients, and I wish I had a picture of them. I don't know why I don't. I should. Maybe because it's personal. I put personal things in. But we've made shadow boxes for them, and also corralling your photos. Now, clients also tell us that to corral the photos, sit and review them, and maybe they don't want to go there. Maybe they don't want to go there all the time. And whether it's happy, sad, whatever, it's a lot. So we have some ideas on how to do that. And if you do want to go there, we're happy to do that with you. But maybe we box them up and send them to your kids. Come on, it's a good idea. And I'm only halfway joking. Because if you go visit your kids and all the pictures are there, you're going to sit with your kids and you're going to go, oh, that's Uncle Joe. He lived in Alabama and he was a peanut farmer. I don't know. I'm just making that up as we go along. But you're going to have somebody to have this conversation with. And I think your kids are going to appreciate having them. And once you've reviewed, maybe not everybody has kids, but once you've reviewed these pictures, you can write down what they were, and then they can be sent off for digitizing. And then they're preserved for generations to come. And that's a really important thing because your lives matter. You've all done amazing things in your life, every single one of you. And it matters, your history. And it matters to your kids and it matters to your friends. And then of course, we would suggest securing your vital documents. And I do have a sheet about that as well, about securing vital documents and also corralling paper. Let me know if you'd like this. I have a bunch of them over here. And that being said, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not an accountant. These are just observations that I've made and gathered some information for you all. So if you have a question, please don't sue me. Okay. Please don't. Please see your lawyer or your accountant. And then, seriously, we want you to know about your emotional rewards of decluttering. I've been talking about them the whole time. So there's less stress, you're gonna feel safer, you're not gonna trip over piles in the hallway. I had a client who fell in her house, and I'm not gonna say it was over a pile, but I am gonna say she did have to have her hip replaced, and we had to go in and help her have a wider space for her walker. So there were piles. I don't know if it was because of that, but anyway. That's stressful to navigate through piles. It's much better to be able to just have free navigation in your home. And we want you to celebrate the wins. Definitely celebrate the wins, however you celebrate. Maybe it's going out with a friend. Maybe it's having coffee while you're talking to my sister on the phone in Chicago. She's really nice, by the way. I'll give you her number. And you want to track your progress. You want to stay motivated. Take before and after pictures. I know maybe you think, oh, I can't believe my house is this cluttered. But if you take before pictures and then you see the after, It's so motivating. And maybe you'll even show your friends at church or whatever. They'll be jealous. And isn't she cute? I love her. And you know what? Obviously, I'm into celebrating because I wrote it twice. There is a decluttering group that Rachel and I were talking about starting, right? We were thinking about it. I'm sure that there's a couple others in town, I just don't know. But we could start a decluttering group, and where we talk about what's bothering us in our home, our pain points. You could hire a professional organizer. And this is probably, we should touch on this. Many people tell me, oh, I can't get rid of that. My sister gave it to me. And what if she comes over? And what if she opens my cabinet? And what if she doesn't find it in there? And then I say, really? Does your sister do that? Does your friend do that? And maybe don't let her in anymore because that's but that has been told to me on more than one occasion. So you know you only have one obligation when someone gives you a gift. And that's to say thank you. That's it. They don't get to decide what lives in your house. They don't get to decide that. So give yourself permission. I'll write you a permission slip. You can let it go. If it doesn't fit in your lifestyle, just let it go. And I think you all could just shout this from the rooftops. We are going to have the best 2025 year. It's January 7th. You can make this an amazing year. You can focus on progress, not perfection, but you can make this an amazing year. Make this the best year yet. And if you're having trouble, don't hesitate to reach out. Hire some help. People would love to come and help you. And why would you hire a professional organizer? Well, because you want to make 2025 the best year yet. But you also want to find the clarity and the guidance to start the project and get it done. And why would you hire us? Come on. We're the best. Come on. We have expert resources, and we know what needs to be done. And we see the big picture. We can get it done efficiently and with very little emotion except for, there's no judgment. It all starts with a blank slate. Very little emotion except for pretty much laughter. We have a great time. My clients tell me that they didn't know it could be this much fun. You might know her. This is my friend Cheryl. But anyway, that's it. That's all. I wanted to show you a picture of my team. I'm so lucky to have these gals working with me. They are so kind and compassionate and a lot of fun. And actually, we have quite a few more team members since I've taken that picture. Really lovely gals. And I feel very fortunate to have the knack for interior design that they have in this group. They know we're really good at hanging pictures. We're really good at organizing spaces. We can maximize the space without feeling cluttered. And are there any questions? Does anybody have questions? Come on. You do?
On the slide, we're going to bring this rule of 5 minutes.
The 5-minute
The
rule.
first 3 things, did you, I missed what you were saying about those. The 5 rule and the first 3 things on the left. The 3-foot
rule, okay.
What's in, out, something like that?
I guess, yeah, one in, one out. Okay, so if you buy a new sweater, let's say, commit to getting rid of an old sweater. 1 in, 1 out. You could even do 1 in, 2 out. You could even do 1 new sweater and get rid of 1 wine bottle opener. There's no decluttering police.
I used to say that to my mom. If you buy new clothes, you got to get rid of something.
Yeah, and we all have clothes in our closets that are either obsolete, in my case, are too small, and especially after this holiday season. And we all have stuff that we can get rid of. We do. We all do.
What's the
What's
3-foot?
the 3-foot rule?
Oh, the 3-foot rule, I'm so glad you asked me. It's one of my favorites. If you haven't been within 3 feet of something in your house for 6 months to a year, to 2 years, to 5 years, the chances are you don't need it.
What do you mean? What kind of thing?
What's up in the top of above your stove, what is up in that cabinet that you can't reach, that you haven't seen?
A juicer. We go with the juicer that we've had since 1999.
Bravo! Okay, you get applause for that. Bravo. By the way, I do have door prizes. So Rachel, can you please give Arlene a door prize? Yeah. Bravo. That's a big deal to get rid of the juicer. And I really anticipated that I would be juicing myself. So we had a juicer too, but that thing left. So if you haven't been with it 3 feet of
I can give it to you.
no, I won't be doing that. I had a beautiful juicer years ago. They're a pain in the butt to clean. So, sorry I went too fast on that. I really wanted to talk about my sister. So that's why. So I'm gonna skip to my sister. Anybody else? You could, and if you have anything personally you wanted to ask me later, I'm an open book. Okay, wait, you next. Margot.
No, I was just gonna say, I moved back to Santa Barbara after 40 years in Pennsylvania, 40 years. Okay.
You're not old enough to live somewhere.
Anyway, so I had somebody in your field who happened to be a friend, and the sentence that she gave me, really, really helpful, was, I was not obligated to hang on to somebody else's memories. Think about it. I had all of my mother's and her relatives whom I never met. I never saw a picture of them. I had no attachment to them. I had all her little tchotchkes that she had in her glass thing, dusted every week. Anyway, I have it. And I'm like, and the next piece of advice was, take a photo of it. That's now your memory, and let somebody else enjoy it. And that, to me, was like the biggest get out of jail free card.
I love that.
I had doilies that had been handmade by aunts, long gone. Anybody relate? Yep. Right? Artwork.
And the stuff did not resonate with you, but
And
you
I
felt
have
obligated.
an album in my phone that says family memories, and it's photos of all this stuff. And I actually never looked at that album, but I know it's there.
And it's nice to know it's
The
there.
photos are there, and I didn't need the stuff. And I called an auctioneer, and I got some moolah for it, so.
That's great. I will say that on the East Coast, Pennsylvania and on the East Coast, antiques and things like that do sell better than they do here.
Oh, yeah.
There's really a very little market for things like that here.
I'll just say one more thing. I volunteer at Assistance League.
Okay. You remember too?
Okay. So it's a great place to donate,
It's also a great place to shop.
But one of the things about Assistance League, you donate something other charities.
Yeah.
So they feed, the jail and the homeless and Alpha School, they feed all the other.
And they don't take a salary, it's
No.
all volunteer.
All
I've been a member for 10 years now, 12 years now, and I'm a sustainer now. And I love the organization because they don't take any salaries, and all the money that they earn from the thrift store stays in the community. And that's amazing. And there's no, if you all want to join, you should.
You should.
There's no bake sales. There's no fashion shows, there's no golf tournaments. It's just the thrift store, and it funds 26 philanthropies locally in town. It's amazing. Anyway, more.
Sorry,
I just have a comment that something I learned from Native Americans when I was in Alaska. They do a thing called potlatch, which is giving away of your items while you're still alive, and so I have made a conscious effort to look at things I maybe no longer need and think, who would like this? And I've had 2 or 3 experiences. One was a statue of a Buddhist Kuan Yin thing. And I had it for a long time, but I just didn't want it anymore. And I put it out, and my girlfriend was coming over, and I put it out for her. She didn't know that. She came in, she said, oh, oh my God, that I have been looking for something like this for the longest time. And I said, look no longer. It's here. And it was such a great, so I've been consciously going through my stuff and saying, who might like this? Who would appreciate this? And it feels so good because it has a sentimental attachment, but I can give it to somebody and it was, like you said, it lives somewhere else. So the idea I'm working with, like, how many things can I give away in the course of a year? You know, just giving to the people that might appreciate them.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I'm gonna bag you. In it for you. Exactly that reason.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. Yay, aren't you glad you came, Allison?
Of course,
But somebody,
it's their thing to get rid of it ahead of time.
Dolly.
Something that's really helpful to me is when I'm somewhere where I want a memento, I make it tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And I was reminded when I took my Christmas ornaments out in December, I had a little beaded panda that I got in China. And I thought, that's fine. Every year I'm reminded of that. And next to it was a tiny teapot that I brought back from my sister after she died. I thought, you know what? These have a place and they don't take a lot of space.
They really do.
And when we cleaned out my grandmother's house, I thought, you know what? I don't want a lot of stuff. I brought back my great grandmother's scissors she wore around her neck.
Oh.
This is meaningful instead of stuff.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. We've all shared such really nice stories. I really appreciate it. I might borrow some. But let me know. I have these, and I'm happy to give them to you if you want them. I don't want to add clutter. Thank you, Karen.
Karen, Rachel and I worked on a client together last year selling their house.
Moving, downsizing, or clearing an estate? We make it easy. At Curated Transitions, we handle everything from sorting and packing to organizing and even estate clearouts. We serve Santa Barbara, Montecito, Hope Ranch, and beyond. Visit our website at curatedtransitions.com or call us today at 805-669-6303.